Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Under Adam Pearce's control, tonight's episode of Raw will air at the Target Center in Minneapolis, MN. WWE has already confirmed various segments for this show, and the company recently announced the arrival of Paul Heyman. Amid this, fans might see a massive change in the WrestleMania 41 card, as Pearce could be forced to add Rhea Ripley on Triple H's orders. Over the past few weeks, fans have witnessed Mamie's inclusion in the Women's World Title feud. Even during last week's show, Ripley clashed with Io Sky, while Bianca Belair served as the special guest referee, but she was unable to reclaim the championship. Nonetheless, the Eradicator stood tall in the ending moments of the show. This increases her chances of being added to the Io Sky versus Bianca Belair WrestleMania title match. In tonight's episode of The Red Brand, Rhea Ripley may confront the Raw general manager and reveal that she has Triple H's permission to be added to the Women's World Title match at Mania. The Game is the chief content officer and holds a superior position to Adam Pearce. This will compel the Raw GM to make it official and add Rhea into the Sky versus Belair title bout. Overall, it will be intriguing to see how things will unfold in tonight's episode of the show. Adam Pearce posted a video on his official Instagram account, sharing some major updates for WWE Raw tonight. The general manager announced the arrival of Paul Heyman following the cliffhanger ending of the recent SmackDown. Additionally, he confirmed that Jey Uso will be part of the show and will break his silence on the actions of Gunther for assaulting Jimmy Uso. A major World Tag Team Championship match is also confirmed, with the War Raiders set to face off against the New Day in a title defense. Further, Adam Pearce has confirmed to handle the chaos surrounding the Women's World Championship. This hints that fans can expect some major developments in the storyline of Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and Bianca Belair on Raw this week. Surely, Paul Heyman's segment will be one of the major highlights of the show. Meanwhile, it will be interesting to watch Jey Uso's reaction, as the ring general has warned the YET Master to back out from his Mania match. Rohan is a WWE features writer at Sportskeeda Wrestling. Currently pursuing an LLB degree, he also works as a South Cinema writer for Coming Soon and also runs a successful YouTube channel called Wrestling Hindi News, where he covers the latest updates from pro wrestling. His channel currently has over 110,000 subscribers. Rohan's passion for pro wrestling led him to venture into taking up writing for it professionally. He ensures the accuracy and relevance in his content by leveraging his active engagement in the professional wrestling world via his YouTube channel. Rohan's favorite wrestler is Roman Reigns because of the level of success Reigns has achieved in WWE while battling leukemia. As per him, the Tribal Chief proves you can achieve anything if you want. If he could back to the Attitude Era, he would want to manage Stone Cold Steve Austin. While not watching or writing about pro wrestling, Rohan actively engages in creating various other content on YouTube, covering non-wrestling topics such as gaming, roasting, and more. He also likes to read books and novels. As WrestleMania 41 looms ever closer, the WWE Universe finds itself on the edge of its seat, not just for the blockbuster matches that have been announced, but for the growing backstage power struggle that threatens to reshape the very fabric of the biggest event in sports entertainment. In recent weeks, subtle but undeniable tension has been brewing between WWE's head of creative, Paul Triple H Levesque, and on-screen authority figure Adam Pearce. What began as veiled disagreements over booking decisions has escalated into something far more volatile. And now, sources close to WWE's inner circle are whispering about an unprecedented intervention by Triple H himself, one that could lead to a massive change in one of WrestleMania 41's marquee matchups. Could Triple H really force Adam Pearce to make a change to a WrestleMania main event? And what could that mean for the stars involved and the WWE Universe? Let's break it down. Since taking the creative reins of WWE following Vince McMahon's departure from daily operations, Triple H has been praised for his more grounded storytelling, long-term booking, and renewed focus on wrestling quality. But with power comes the burden of responsibility. and the sharp eye of a fan base that demands perfection at the grandest stage of them all. Meanwhile, Adam Pearce has served as a consistent, if somewhat neutral figure on WWE television. Tasked with managing both Raw and SmackDown talent, Pearce often finds himself stuck between the will of the fans, the egos of the superstars, and the increasingly vocal preferences of his boss. That tension reached a boiling point last week when Triple H reportedly overruled a major decision made by Pearce regarding the WWE Universal Championship match set for WrestleMania 41. Originally, the plan was clear: Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes, a rematch of last year's epic main event. Rhodes, having won the 2025 Royal Rumble, earned his shot fair and square. The story writes itself. Redemption, legacy. Finished the story, as Cody himself has proclaimed for the better part of a year. But according to new backstage reports, Triple H is no longer convinced this should be a straightforward one-on-one affair. After months of sustained dominance by both Reigns and Rhodes, the feeling among some insiders is that the story needs a fresh wrinkle, an element of unpredictability. The World Heavyweight Champion has been campaigning, both in and out of character, for a more prominent role at WrestleMania. His title defenses have been electric. His popularity is through the roof. And yet, once again, Rollins has found himself slightly outside the WrestleMania spotlight. Triple H, a longtime supporter of Rollins and a key architect of his rise, is reportedly pushing hard for a major change, one that could shift the Reigns versus Rhodes match into a triple threat, or even a champion versus champion showdown to unify the belts once and for all. From a kayfabe perspective, Pearce is walking a tightrope. He's loyal to the structure of WWE, the sanctity of the Royal Rumble, and the idea that championship matches should be earned, not handed out for the sake of spectacle. But he also answers to Triple H, and a public confrontation could spell the end of his authority. In a dramatic backstage segment aired on Raw, Pearce confronted Triple H in his office, demanding clarification on mixed directives he's been receiving. Triple H, calm but firm, dropped a bombshell. Adam, sometimes you have to shake the very foundation to build something greater. This isn't about playing fair. It's about making history. And just like that, the groundwork was laid for Pearce to be forced into changing the match. Fans are, predictably, divided. The purists argue that Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns is the logical payoff for a 2-year-long arc. Adding another star, even someone as worthy as Rollins, muddies the waters. But others point out that triple threats have a long and glorious history at WrestleMania. Think Benoit versus Triple H versus Michaels at WrestleMania XX, or Daniel Bryan's triumph at WrestleMania 30. Could this be the moment Rollins swoops in to steal the show? Some fans have floated the idea of a winner-takes-all stipulation. Rhodes versus Reigns versus Rollins for both world titles. One champion, one face of WWE. The true tribal chief of the modern era. That kind of match would undoubtedly live up to the WrestleMania hype, but it would also require Adam Pearce to make the call, under pressure from the top. In storyline terms, Pearce is stuck. He either stands firm and risks his job, or bends to Triple H's vision and reshapes the main event of the year. WWE is reportedly planning a special WrestleMania Summit episode of Raw just weeks before the big show, where Pearce is expected to make an announcement that could send shockwaves through the wrestling world. Some insiders believe this is all leading to a massive WrestleMania Night 1 cliffhanger. Rumors suggest that Reigns versus Rhodes will still happen, but under controversial circumstances, possibly with Rollins inserting himself mid-match or being granted a contractually protected cash-in style moment. The angle could end with Pearce visibly shaken, pulled between loyalty and necessity, as Triple H watches silently from the shadows. If Triple H does force Adam Pearce to change the match, it sets a fascinating precedent. Is this the beginning of a new era of executive power plays on WWE programming? Could Pearce turn heel and become a corporate stooge? Or the opposite, a rebellious authority figure fighting to protect old-school values? And how will Reigns, Rhodes, and Rollins respond? There are whispers that a post-Mania shakeup could see all three move into drastically new roles, perhaps even a full-blown power struggle storyline between the roster and management. Whether you love the drama or hate the interference, one thing's for sure. WrestleMania 41 just got a whole lot more unpredictable. And in WWE, unpredictability is king. Triple H has always believed in the phrase, adapt or perish. For Adam Pearce, that choice may come sooner than he'd like.